Thank you so much for staying with us. It is Wednesday, and every week we've always been bringing you Issues Lifestyle, where we focus on matters fashion, healthy eating, and issues to do with how you can become a better you. And today we want to look at a little bit of a fashion aspect, and it's all about corsets. And we are going to dig deeper into this particular issue as we get to see how they play a big role in training your waist. And what is waist training all about? What are the do's and don'ts? What do we need to understand in case you are doing this or you want to start doing this? What do you need to understand wherever you are watching us from? So thank you so much for creating time to join us right here on Good Morning Kenya. And I'll introduce my guests for the show this morning. They'll tell you they've really tried this and it's working for them. So I don't know how they're managing. So I'll start with my left side. I'm having the lovely Nzula Makosi, a radio presenter, but then she has another side of her that is fashion related. She'll tell us more about that. But then we have Dorcas here. Let me get the name correctly. Dorcas, is it Dorcas Ouma? Odera. Yes, my name is Ouma, by the way, the other name. Okay. Dorcas Odera, yeah. Thank you so much. She's a model for us today. She will be telling us how it works for her with that. And then we have Angel Mwani. Angel Mwani also has tried working with corsets, and she'll tell us more about how that journey has been. Thank you so much, all of you, for creating time to be with us. So, sijui nianzie mtoto wa Kwale ama nianzie nani, but let me start with you. Yes. Probably tell me a bit about you know, yourself. We know you as a radio presenter. Yes. And we've seen very good photos of you online as well. Thank you. As well, looking all good and gorgeous. And everybody would love to know, how do you make your waist to look like that? I hope before the end of this program we'll have you stand and we get to look at yes, sure. What you're talking about. But then tell us a bit about yourself, the fashion side of you. Yeah.
Apart from being a radio presenter, I'm also in business. I am currently retailing in waist trainers and lingerie. Yes. Okay.
Thank you so much. Today we have you as a waist trainer. You will be telling us more about what it is all about. Yes. But then let me get to hear from the lovely ladies on this other side. When did you start using corsets and why? You look, you know, amazing.
Okay. I started using the corset back in December last year. So I was waist 39. From then, okay, I had my tummy was too big. I wasn't comfortable with it. Yeah. So once I learned about,
not comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. So once I learned about the corset, I bought one. From then, my waist started reduced to 33. I'm now 33.
From 39
to 33 in a span of less than 3 months.
And have you been working out or dieting, or it's just...
Okay, I work out.
Okay.
Yeah, I work out.
Okay, wow. But that is so impressive. From 39 to 33. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Thank you so much. And when we are talking about corsets, this is actually what we mean. Yeah. Let me just make this very easy for our viewer. So, this is actually what we are talking about. Yeah? So, have you ever seen ladies who wear these around their waist somewhere? We'll show you how it's tied. And then you can do it for beauty or for waist training, like they will be telling us more about in the course of this particular show. So this is actually what we are talking about. Right now it looks a bit, you know, like you can't understand what it is, but wait until you see it in action. And we have some amazing pictures as well that will be running on your screens as we continue this conversation, so that you see these things in action and see the magic that they can do. But then, Angel, tell us about your journey.
My journey has been a year now. I started last year in March. We are now in March. And when I started, and when I started, I was at 42.
42.
Yes, and right now I'm at 38.
Oh, wow.
Yes, the reason why I started waist training is because I really didn't want to lose the weight, but I wanted the curve.
The hourglass.
Yes, I wanted the hourglass. So it's really worked for me, and I'm glad I started anyway.
Wow. And it's you're talking about 39 to 33, 42 to 38.
Yeah.
Wow. you will tell us how that happens. And many people do not want to lose weight, but they have certain areas they want to lose. Yeah. So tell us a bit about what waist training is all about, Nzula.
Waist training is basically about using a proper steel bond corset to tone the midsection. And she says she didn't want to lose weight, but we have clients like her, for instance, who are going to the gym, working out, eating right, but they are still waist training.
Okay.
So waist training is not a substitute for weight loss.
Okay.
But we have people who lose weight. Like there's a testimonial we had yesterday in the group. I think you guys saw it, of a lady who started waist training last year at around August, and so far she has lost, I think, 15 kilos. She says she has a reduced appetite, and that means
how do you reduce appetite?
You do. You do, because like currently I have my trainer on.
Okay. Yeah.
And I can tell you for sure I'm not hungry. I know that I'm supposed to eat, and I have taken breakfast, but you don't eat as much. It's like an external gastric band. Oh,
like when you have the waist trainer on,
yeah,
it limits how you eat.
You just feel full.
You feel full.
You can actually take
but
food.
Is it healthy though?
Yeah, it is, because you
to feel full when your body could be needing
food. What I'm saying is when now you're eating, if you are someone who always overeats, like your plate is always full, this time around you can eat a good portion. You can eat half of the plate and feel okay.
Besides, there's no space for the extra food.
Yes, and then as you continue training, something happens to your body. You always feel like there's no need for so much food.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. As I was doing research on this, I bumped into a word, waist taming. I don't know what's the difference between waist taming and waist training, or they're one and the same.
Waist training is about training your waist over time. Waist taming could be about, there are different products that are in the waist training market.
Okay.
We have stuff like cinchers. Cinchers are basically made of latex, so they expand. When you have it on, it only holds you temporarily. But once you take it off, your tummy goes back. It cannot do so much to train or reduce your midsection. But waist training is like having, what do you call them, in your teeth? Braces.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because if your teeth are not so well aligned, after a period of time, the teeth will come back together and look okay. So waist training works like braces.
Okay.
It takes time for you to get to see good results.
Okay.
Yeah.
And people should look at how Kim Kardashian is looking like, just to get an idea of what you all are talking about this morning. But then before you started this journey, there has to be something that in your lifestyle, before, you're seeing the after, but then the before, what is it about your former image that you didn't like, and what contributed to that? I
used to have a big tummy. Then you wear a dress, the tummy is like this. People ask, are you pregnant? How many months? And you know very well you are not.
Never giving birth.
Yeah, and you know very well you are not. So that was me to go and buy the waist trainer. Yeah.
So you just gained weight suddenly?
Yeah. I gained weight. You know, you gain everywhere. So you have tummy, you have boots. everywhere. Yeah. So it's lowered me to go and buy one. Yeah.
Okay, so that people don't confuse you to be pregnant
exactly.
when you're not. But then, Angel, what led to your weight gain, and why were you so specific about your tummy area? You didn't want to lose the other parts.
Yeah, okay, well, for me, it was actually when I got my waist trainer, it was a few months after I had just given birth.
Okay.
So, definitely, you know what comes with giving birth. Yeah, you lose your shape, and as a woman, you want to bounce back as soon as you can.
Okay.
Yeah, so I really didn't want to lose the weight, and I didn't want to put much stress on myself. So I did research on the waist trainer, and actually so I can use it even when I'm lactating. I can use it even when I'm going about my business. And it's really helped. As much as I didn't want to lose weight, I must say I've lost a lot of weight using it.
She has.
Yeah.
Oh,
She has.
I wish I could have seen her before. Yeah, but she looks very confident in herself.
Yeah.
And the very first experience, was it uncomfortable? You know, like the very first few days, first few weeks, you're not used to this, something tight around your waist, and then suddenly you're having it like for so many hours. Was it uncomfortable, and how did you adjust?
Well, I can assure you it wasn't, because before you actually order your waist trainer from Nzula Makosi, she asks you to take your measurements. That is below your bust, on your hip area, and
Your torso length.
and your torso length.
Okay.
So that when she's making the order for you, it comes exactly how it will fit on your body. So literally, you can't even share this with anybody.
Oh.
So it's
So
actually
there are people
comfortable.
who buy, actually you buy it
It's
from
custom
Tumba
made.
somewhere.
This is custom
Is it recommended, like if you can just get it at a shop or
Okay.
a Tumba?
A waist trainer, a good waist trainer cannot be shared.
You can't.
Why? Because it's custom made to her body type.
Oh.
If you look at them, you can clearly tell her body type.
Somewhere.
This is custom
Is it recommended, like if you can just get it at a shop or
Okay.
a Tumba?
A waist trainer, a good waist trainer cannot be shared.
You can't.
Why? Because it's custom made to her body type.
Oh.
If you look at them, you can clearly tell her body type is different. She's
It's
more of a pear shape, and she's more of an hourglass.
Oh.
So the trainers are made for their specific measurements.
Okay.
So if you do buy a second-hand waist trainer, if it has already formed to someone else's body, it will never form to your body. It won't train your waist. Yeah.
Because there are a lot of women that are in her, where she was once.
yeah.
They've just, you know, delivered and they want to lose the baby fat.
Yeah.
And you just purchase a waist trainer anywhere.
Yeah.
So you're telling us you have it has to be like custom made.
Yes,
for
it
your
has to
body.
be. A proper waist trainer has to be custom made.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably as we continue with this conversation, tell us a bit about the different body types that we have. You called me a waspy.
Yeah, you actually are a
That I'm
waspy.
a
Like,
waspy.
I have a waspy on. A waspy is it's a type of a waist trainer.
Okay.
It's quite short. Actually, it's 10 inches long.
Okay.
It's for someone who has lost so much fat around the belly, so it doesn't hold you. It's not for serious training. Like when I'm looking at you, you don't have that hanging belly, the sagging belly. We call it the mommy apron. It's like an apron where you hold your baby. So you can.
There is even a name for it.
Yes, you can get a waspy.
Okay.
And then we have people who have long torsos. Theirs is called an extended. We have women who are curvy. They can get one that is called a curvy. And now we have women who have become curvier. Like what I use is called
Curvier
a
than
torpedo.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's for women who have a tiny waist and then a big bottom, because I have always been a curvy girl. Always been. But after my second baby, things happened to my body. My body changed. There's a time I actually got admitted back in hospital because my mommy apron was very big. I've had my babies through CS, so it was covering my groin area to a point that I had to be readmitted in hospital because my wound got infected because of the heat and, you know, it being, the flap was just too much for me. Yeah, so actually that's when I started waist training.
Okay.
I went to the gym, I worked out, I lost weight. In fact, I was even smaller than I am now. But now the flap just, it was sagging even more. So I said, okay, I've tried working out. I have lost weight. I have tried detoxing. I have lost weight. What else can I do? Actually, I used to go live on my platform and tell women on radio, you know, you can do detox, you can work out. I was even sharing my journey. But my tummy was not going anywhere. So that's when I bumped into the waist trainer. Actually, remember my husband was discouraging me. And he was telling me, you okay? Kwa nini unatafuta trainer? And then when I got it, I started seeing results. And I was like, this thing is working.
Why don't we see the results? Like right now.
You want me to stand?
Exactly.
Okay, so this is
Yeah,
how
so
I
just
look.
talk to us about
This is how
your
I look.
journey and how it is that you are now.
Yeah, so when I
And feel free
started,
to go round if you want.
when I started, my waist was around 38, 39 inches, the largest part. You know, we have different areas we measure. So the largest part was around 39 inches, 38, 39. After training, right now, my waist goes to about 29, 30, depending on whether I'm full or not. Yes.
Okay.
So
That's the hourglass figure that people are talking about,
Yes.
yeah? So you can be curvy, but then you have a very slim waist.
yes, and then the other thing, people usually think waist training is about just you looking good and looking fly. Wanasema ni mambo za maslay queen.
Shikilia hii kiti.
Yeah. Wanasema ni mambo za maslay queen. But I have male clients who come to me.
Oh, okay.
I have couples who come to me and tell me, I have back issues.
Oh.
I have a problem with my back, and my doctor has recommended a waist trainer to act like something that can hold my back and shape me, because it actually repairs your posture. You know, before I would sit anyhowly, but now I can't. I sit straight,
Like a lady.
like a lady.
This.
Oh yeah. So I
You
have
can't just sit careless.
no. So I have men
So
who
it
come.
trains your back.
Yes, it trains. Even
oh,
women,
wow.
I have clients who've told me I have nothing wrong with my body. I love my body. I'm comfortable with my kitambi, but I want it because of my back. I've gone for physiotherapy. I have gone and spent money. But now, when I use your waist trainer, I feel my back is healing. Actually, it happened to me. After having my last baby, I had an epidural. So I had terrible back pain. I couldn't even pick my baby from the bed. Every time I would bend, I would feel pain. When I would sit down, I was very uncomfortable. But when I got the trainer, I have never complained about back pain.
Okay.
So it's not about how you look. It's not about just looks. Because if it was about looks, men wouldn't be buying. Yeah.
So sometimes you can use it even for healthy.
Yes,
for health,
it's recommended.
reasons.
Actually, I like, there's this condition that affects so many women. Some of them don't know, but it's called diastasis recti, muscle separation.
Oh, okay.
When you have your babies, something happens to your tummy. It wobbles, it becomes loose. You can find yourself brushing and your tummy is dancing.
It's dancing.
You are running and your tummy is running with you. You're walking and your tummy is, you know. So some of the women, when, like I have a client from Angola, she visited the doctor and asked, can I waist train? Is it safe? Is it okay for me to do? And the doctor gave her a go ahead. So when she bought the trainer, she went back to the doctor. And I actually asked the doctor, I have trained for 10 days. Can you spot a difference on my muscles? And he was actually saying, yes, it's toning, slowly but sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
wow. So I don't know about, you know, you've talked about CS, and CS is something that, it's like a wound that needs to heal.
Yes.
And a lot of people who have given birth the normal way would find it very easy to go back to the gym and lose
Yeah.
weight. But then people who've undergone the CS, you know, method of giving birth, for them, they've been, you know, it's like they've been forced to live with the weight for a very long time, because they feel like, I have no options to explore out there. I still have to heal for quite a number of times. So I don't know, was yours a normal delivery or CS? Yours was a normal delivery?
Yes, mine was normal.
Okay, okay. So I don't know, is it safe for, like in your case?
Yes, like now we have a product, we are going to launch it very soon. It's a product for women who've just come out of major surgery, abdominal surgery. And it can be used as a girdle, just for the meantime, just after operation. Actually, they do give them in hospitals. They do give something to hold your tummy and help it. Even if you've undergone CS, they do give in some hospitals. So we're introducing that product very soon. It will just be holding your tummy for as you heal. But currently, women are using the product 8 weeks and beyond after delivery. That is women who've undergone CS. Women who've undergone normal delivery, we know the time for healing, the period is around 6 weeks. So we actually tell our clients, if you've just had a baby, you know, there's so many things happening to your body. You have been through trauma. don't rush it. When you're ready, you're good to go. If it's 8 weeks and beyond, and we actually tell them, you can go to your doctor. Once he gives you a clear bill of health, then you can come and get wasted.
Okay, wow.
Yes.
And it's not just having a baby that causes one to gain weight. You said, was yours a lifestyle issue? Was it something you were eating before, or it was pregnancy related? Just want to get that clear. Your weight gain.
Me, I gained weight abruptly. And it
You can use that closer.
I gained weight abruptly, and it came with the stomach.
It was not about having a baby or anything?
No.
Okay. So was it eating habits, or what was it? It just came?
It just came. I think maybe it's eating habit.
Okay.
Yeah, so it just came. Wrong, I think it's wrong foods also. We eat a lot of fats. Yeah. So the stomach just came.
So right now that you're working out, and you're in that, you're in a program to really, slim and do all that. What are some of the decisions you've had to make in terms of your lifestyle, your eating? What is it that is different now that you never used to do before? That we can borrow from as ladies.
Okay, I check on my diet. Like the way Nzula said, the portion has reduced. I don't eat a lot. Exactly.
Kule kama mtu wa mbingu.
Yeah, exactly. Kama dunia inaisha.
Ni kama utakula tena. It's like there is a next time.
Exactly.
So what else?
Yeah, that one, and also I work a lot. I work out a lot. Yeah.
Like how many times a day or a week?
A week, I like 3 times.
3 times. Okay, you go to the gym or in the house?
I go to the gym.
Kwa nyumba ni lazy.
Kwa nyumba huwezi work out, yeah.
Actually, as you're talking, it's juicy to hapa. People are like, hey, New Year resolution.
Yeah.
Body goals.
I'm telling you write down and you say, takuwa na workout. Like, where are you? Where are you right now?
But let me tell
you,
so many people, actually, I have seen it in our group, because we have a group of over 43,000 women now on Facebook who share their journey.
Okay.
I have seen women who ate carelessly, a woman who would eat junk food. Like I have a student, one of my first clients in Kenya, she's a student at University of Nairobi. She was very big when she came to me. She just actually got her second piece because she's become very small for the first piece. The first piece closed. So she told me she used to eat a lot of junk. Immediately she started waist training. You know, you look at yourself in the mirror in a waist trainer and you're like, OMG, is this me? So you want to eat right. You want to check your diet. Like I usually tell some of my clients who now call me to consult me, and I tell them, check your carbs. Like we have the norms, and the do's and don'ts. When last do you eat your carbs? Do you eat carbs after after 3 p.m. Do you take a lot of water? Are you substituting maybe soda for water? What are you doing?
What is like the recommended way to go about it, eating? Just as an advice to them who are very careful about how their tummy area is looking. Okay. First of all, what causes, belly fat? Some of the most common things that can bring the belly fat. And then what do you do different as you're in this way?
Some of the women I have spoken to, most of it is childbirth and the changes that come with it. Having a baby. Like after having my son, my firstborn, I went back to shape quickly. But after having my secondborn, it was now an uphill task. So that is one. And then we have women who have, I had an issue. I have some facial hair. It's because of I had ovarian cysts. So when you have that condition, sometimes it makes it very difficult for you to lose weight. Unaona mtu anaenda gym. Unaona mtu anakunywa ma detox. Anafanya nini? But nothing is happening. Yeah. And it's because of the hormonal changes in your body. So I think sometimes it's very critical for you to know what's happening to your body. Like I was speaking to someone who inboxed me and she asked me, Nzula, I saw you posted a while ago that you suffer from PCOS. It's called Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome, where you have facial hair, you have ovarian cysts, and some women actually use the trainer to manage it. You get? So that is the other reason. The other reason could be now your eating habits. What are you eating? Yeah. Unakula pizza, ukisikia kuna offer, wewe ndio huyo. Ukisikia, and then some, I have friends, they have nice bodies. Mnakula na yeye, I don't know where the pizza goes. But when I eat mine, it just goes straight to where you don't want it to go. So I think once you get the trainer, you want to live a healthier life, and you definitely change your lifestyle. Actually, we have a thread in our group where we tell people, if you need anything to do with the food and diet, there's a specific thread for people to post their diet.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. I want us to learn, you know, how the measurements are done and how it's put on. And
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know if we should like have a practical class.
Yes, we
here
can.
right
Actually
now.
have
First of all,
mine.
let's start with the measurements.
Yes.
Like you said, like for you to have a very good waist trainer, it has to be custom made.
Yes.
So what is it about somebody's body that you look at? What are some of the essential areas of the body that you have to get measurements from? And
Okay,
you know,
we look, basically we look at your body shape, because we have people who have different body shapes. We have people who have a larger chest and a smaller bottom. So you'd assume that, sasa we and a train waist gani, but all of them can train.
Okay.
And then we have people who are naturally curvy, but sasa the tummy is getting in the way.
Okay.
I'm telling you, this tummy sometimes hides some stuff, you know.
It's true.
Yeah? So when someone puts on the trainer, you're like, kumbe you have curves, you know.
Yeah.
So we look at all that, your body shape and your measurements.
Okay, I don't know if we should just, I don't know who you want to use.
We can use
yeah,
her.
for the measurements.
Yes, for the measurements.
Let me hold this for you.
So
And,
when I did her measurements in the beginning, I recommended a 30 short. That's what you're using. Actually, you can see the number.
Yeah, here's a
This is her trainer. You can actually see it's a 28.
20.
When I did her measurements in the beginning, I recommended a 30 short. That's what you're using. Actually, you can see the number.
Yeah, here's a
This is her trainer. You can actually see it's a 28.
28.
It's a 28 short.
You started with this?
This one,
Yeah, so this will take her waist to around 30 inches.
Oh, okay.
And you
From 39?
yes.
Hey.
And people usually assume when you're on a waist trainer, you can't breathe. Hiyo
I'm
ni
one of
throwback.
those people.
Hiyo ni throwback. That is what people used to do in the, you know,
Like
in the...
you're sitting like this, and if you can't even
No,
move.
but you can see I'm sitting comfortably.
Yeah.
I do a radio show, I talk, I dance, I laugh
hours.
for hours. You can lactate when you're waist training. You can be a driver. I have truck drivers. I have women in KDF, police women.
Okay,
yes.
okay.
There's no one who's not training. None of the professions.
Maybe it could be having the wrong waist training.
Probably.
That is not your size.
Yeah, and you're supposed to actually, we don't recommend tight lacing. Unafinya nini? You're not supposed to pull in tight until you can't walk. You're just supposed to put on your trainer. It's like an oversized vest. I'll show you how it goes.
Okay. So,
But
in
the meantime, we can take her measurements. So when I first measured her, I recommended the 30 short. But when she told me she's working out, anyone who is working out, you recommend a size smaller, because working out fastens. You get faster results.
Okay.
Yeah. So like for her, I don't know whether she should turn and face the camera.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should move or I'm okay.
So for her, you look at her underbust. You go there, and then you go to her midsection. You measure there, and then you go to her hip. You measure her hip, and then now you check her torso length from the bra line to her bikini line, which is like 10.5, 11.
Okay.
So that's it.
Okay.
It's
then you
not
get the
complicated, yeah.
Wow.
So, and then I look at her, like when I'm looking at her, I can see she's curvy. When I gave her the trainer, she had a bulge.
Oh.
The tummy was protruding. But nowadays, when she posts,
pregnant in cold.
when she posts her photos in the group, everyone is mesmerized.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Have a seat. And the next thing I'm going to have you do,
Yes.
you're not going to sit for long,
Okay.
is to have us understand how it's put on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know, should we use
Yes, we
her
can
now?
use her.
Yeah. And Angel,
Yeah.
kindly help us be our
And
model
she
for
can
today.
can she be putting hers on so that you can see the
Yes,
difference?
Yes.
Okay,
I think I
so
should move her.
Angel is using an extended. This is called an extended. It's for women with longer torsos. Actually, when she started, she had a longer torso. But now her torso has reduced tremendously. So it might actually be longer for her because of the results she has achieved. So what happens, you basically wrap the trainer around your waistline.
Let me also see that.
Yeah. And then we have pegs at the front. So you see hers has 6 pegs. 6 pegs is for women with longer torsos.
Okay.
Women whose tummies were down there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just peg it.
So this you have to use like on a daily basis?
No, it's not on a daily basis. But what brings results is consistency. Like when you get the product at first, there's a schedule you follow for you to be able to, for the trainer to be able to form to your body. So
one thing I've noticed, you start from the front.
Yes. Actually, you ensure that the trainer is fully opened before now you lace it. Okay. So this is an extended. It has 6 pegs. Now, people assume that when you put on a waist trainer,
you can turn around.
People assume that when you put on a waist trainer, you're not supposed to breathe. You know, it's supposed to be very tight. But what happens, you actually control this. It's in your hands. When you pull, like I can ask her if she's comfortable. We recommend that you don't go beyond 2 inches.
2 inches.
Because what are you doing to your body? You're not supposed to pull in too tight. So I'll pull her. She's lost some inches, so definitely it's a little bit big now. So we can pull more.
Okay. Does it get tighter as you?
Yeah, as you keep on losing, you tighten.
Okay.
Because the gap at the back becomes very small.
Okay.
Eventually, when she reaches her goal, sorry, this will close at the back.
Oh, so they will be like together.
There will be no gap.
She's going to lose all this?
Yes.
Wow.
Over time.
But approximately how long?
It depends.
Or it depends on the individual?
And it depends on body type. Like I have clients, in 3 months they have closed their trainers. Others take a year to close theirs. So if she's comfortable to that level, she can now tie at the back. Let me show them. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So you just do this. And
the perfect hourglass. It is a lot of work.
It's not. And that's it. And you know the beauty of this thing is you can wear it under your outfit like I'm having mine. Can you actually tell her it's on?
No,
you can.
You have it.
Yes, it's on.
Oh wow.
So you can have it under your outfit. You can have it over. Like hers is a short. You see the difference?
Yes, yes.
So she can do 2 types. She can either do a short or a curvy short.
Okay.
But where she's heading, now she'll do a torpedo because her waistline is just going to be very tiny.
Okay.
Maybe she can turn, you see at the back.
Wow.
Yeah.
And she can actually walk around like this,
yes,
right?
you can.
It looks like it's this part of the outfit.
You can wear it over your dress. And you can see, actually, people assume that it's supposed to be tight. But look, my hand fits. You can actually put in your hand.
Okay.
You can laugh.
You can laugh in this.
Exactly.
You can even go to pick your kids in school. You can drop
and where
them.
is mine? I'm the one who looks like having a very big waist here.
No, I'll get you a waspy. You actually you can fit it. Let me measure you and see what I can get for you.
Oh my God, that's embarrassing.
No. Let me just measure you.
But our waspy is a good thing, right?
Yeah, it is. It's for women who do not have so much to lose.
Okay.
Actually, our waistline is the same.
Really?
Yes.
And I've been here very envious about how you look.
It's the same. So you're actually 20-inch waspy.
Hey.
20 will take
See
you.
my life.
20 will take you to around 22 inches.
22.
Yes, if you want to.
If I want to be smaller.
If you want to go to 22, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm one of those, I'm like her. You want to lose weight in certain areas,
Yes.
not other areas.
Yeah.
Like you're very specific about where you want to lose weight. So that would work.
Yeah. And men are sorted too. Men who have issues with their backs. Men, like one day I received a call from truck drivers. And they're like, Nzula, you speak about this thing on air. You know, I sit every day, I'm on the track, I'm here, I go from here to Tanzania, I go to Rwanda. And sometimes my back aches because of the sitting too much. So they get waist trainers.
Yeah, like an 8 to 5 kind of job as well can make you sit like for a very long time. Yeah, and you have like back strains at some point. Let's take our seats, ladies, as we continue with this interview. And then I'll punish you. But I've been told it's comfortable. You can see
it is. It's quite, and you can actually see.
This is yours, I believe.
There's space in the trainer. You can actually put in your hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one question I had before the interview was actually if I had one, could I like do the interview in it and be very comfortable and discuss? But now that question has been answered.
Yes.
Yeah, you've told me that it's very, you can go about your daily activities.
You can do anything in a waist trainer, except I see people working out in
them. And I was about to ask you that. There's recently Kim Kardashian took hers a notch higher. She's using what you call cinches.
Those are cinches,
latex cinches. Yeah. And she's using it together with, it's part of her workout plan. Like when she's working out, she has it on. Is it recommended that you can work
when
out
working out, you need your lungs to function. You need to be able to, like, people assume you can't breathe in and breathe out. You need, your adrenaline is so high. So why would you want to constrict your lungs when you're working out? So we don't recommend for you to work out in a waist trainer. You can, they say it makes you sweat. You can wear it, but don't work out in a waist trainer.
Okay, it's not recommended.
Yes.
Okay. The other thing I wanted to ask was, how do you get to measure results? Like, how do you get to see or measure and assess how you're doing?
Okay, so this is a basic requirement. A tape measure. Yes. Like I have, I think 15. I have one in the car, I have one in my handbag. Actually, I have two in the handbag. Sometimes I meet people in the malls and they're like, Nzula, please take my measurements, you know. So we usually tell you to keep a tape, although we don't usually check results just by using a tape measure. You can take before and after photos.
Okay.
Like when you're starting.
So to encourage you, so that you see how, like I know when you remember, when you have pictures of how you used to look, Dorcas, you see the amazing transformation.
And I'm telling you the transformations I see, the transformations you see. Some people actually say it's Photoshop, but it's not. It's consistency.
It's not, those people who thought Nzula's body was Photoshop. It's not, it's actually real.
It is.
It's actually, we have one of our colleagues called Carol Wanyonyi. Amebarikiwa pia. She's really blessed in all the good ways.
Okay.
Yeah, and I believe, in the course of the program, probably atakuja hapa
kabisa, karibu.
Umpime.
na tape.
We see, you know, whether she's a waspy.
Yes.
Lakini yes, he was.
So we usually tell women to take photos before and after. Actually, every 2 weeks or every week. And you will see, if your tummy was down there covering your groin, it actually comes up.
Lifts it.
And it's like a miracle.
And let me ask, is it a permanent, any of you can jump on this, is it a permanent thing? It's like a journey, you have to keep on having this, or it will get to a point where your waist actually just looks like that and it can stay like that?
Okay, maybe
I don't know.
Maybe I can comment on it. It's not permanent. It's not. If you don't change your lifestyle.
Okay.
So you've worked on your body. It's like going to the gym. Is the results you get from the gym permanent? Are the results permanent?
No.
They're not.
No.
You need to change your lifestyle. We have clients who've waist trained and lost weight and, lost the inches and gotten a flat tummy, and they stop for a whole year and their bodies don't go back to, the bulge doesn't come back. Why? Because in the middle, while they were on their journey, they decided to live a healthier lifestyle. So I cannot tell you that it's a permanent thing, but if you do embark on this journey, change your lifestyle.
Change your lifestyle.
Because if you do, then the results will be better. It's like going to the gym and eating right. And then you stop because you've achieved your results. You're now a size 10. You start eating junk. You will definitely go back there. But this after you've achieved your goals, let's say you've now gotten rid of the belly fat, you can be doing some form of maintenance. For some people, they do it because of losing the waist, but for me it's like a collection. I have several of them, so it's like a fashion piece. It's like a belt. Actually, this is more or less like an external belt. You can wear it. It's like a fashion piece. So there's some form of maintenance you can do, like you can be wearing it once a week, but it doesn't mean that your results are doomed. Yes.
Okay. We have some pictures informed, a collection of photos that we have of different waist trainers. You can, they will run anytime from now on our screens, as Nzula and my guest this morning are helping us understand all about waist training, the do's and don'ts, and the things that people believe are which are not. So let's have those pictures right now on our screens there, as we get to continue having this conversation. And as we do that, probably from Angel, tell me, what is it about your own, waist training that has made you consistent, that has made you, because one thing that people fail to do is to stay on that path. You've decided I'm going in this path, but then at some point you give up. What is it that has disciplined you to stay on that path?
Well, I can say it's all about, it's just like going to the gym. You must have a motivation. So what motivates me is, like she says, there's a group that has 43,000 members. And every day people are posting different pictures. And you get motivated. You want to get to her size.
We'll come back to that. So, I want Nzula to help us understand. This is a collection that was made courtesy of the team that we're working with. Probably. Do you see anything that inspires you? Something about the creativity? Something about the pictures that you'd like to talk to us about?
Yes, like I have seen the picture, the before picture.
The red one.
The red one. Is it red or pink? I'm colorblind, sorry. So that one, and
about the creativity, something about the pictures that you'd like to talk to us about?
Yes, like I have seen the picture, the before picture.
The red one.
The red one. Is it red or pink? I'm colorblind, sorry. So that one, and no, not that one.
I think they'll run again.
Yes. So this is, it looks like a waist trainer. I'm not sure if the quality is very good, but it's more, the shape is of a waist trainer, an underbust waist trainer. And that is actually what we recommend for waist training. Because if you're using the one that covers your chest, like this is not a waist trainer, guys, this is a jacket.
It's not.
It's not.
Really, it looks like one.
It's a jacket that
has a waist.
That looks like, it looks like it's a waist trainer. Or it has an overbust. Connected to it or attached to it, but it's not a waist trainer.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now
and
you
then
see why we have you here.
Yes. So that's basically a jacket, but that looks like a waist trainer, but it's not. It won't do anything to.
It will not like.
It will
have any results?
It will make you look like an hourglass for the moment,
There
but it can't train. That is an overbust. An overbust is considered as a fashion piece.
Oh, looks very nice.
You can wear it when you're going for a, when you're going out for cocktails and all that, but it won't train your waist because it's covering your chest area, and you can't compress that. Yes. Yeah. Oh. So that is an overbust.
But you can use it for.
It's a fashion piece. Yes, it's a fashion piece, but not for waist training.
For waist training.
Yeah. That also is not for waist training. It's just a fashion piece.
Thank you for clearing the air for us this morning. And very quickly, what are on top of your mind in terms of the do's and don'ts that people need to remember if you want to get into this journey, or you've been in this journey? What are some of the things that you'd like to share with us this morning?
The most important thing is love yourself. We're not here telling you that if you have a big belly, you're ugly. No, that's not the message. It's because I am a mother, I'm a woman, and my body has been through so many changes. I have embarked on a journey to feel better and look better. And I'm not saying that any woman who's not doing the same is not good looking. Ni kujipenda. Love yourself. If you feel waist training is what you need, then do it. If you feel coupling up waist training with working out, because most of my clients will tell me, Nzula, I hit the gym like crazy. Tumbo haiendi. So that's why they turn to substitute that, as in use waist training and working out to achieve faster results. So I would say, number 2, when you get a waist trainer, just check if it's a proper steel-bond corset, because we have women spending money. It doesn't come cheap. Like her piece is 16,000. It doesn't come cheap. And you will have so many people promise you, this one works. And then you go and buy it and it doesn't do justice. It doesn't give you value. So the most important thing is to check whatever you're buying, if it's a proper, like ours is a 24 steel. We have steel rods.
Oh, like these.
Yes, chuma.
Okay.
Just to make it strong.
Yes.
Actually, you see, waist training is not a strange phenomenon. Why? Our mothers waist train. They used to waist train. When you've had your baby, ukifunga leso kwa tumbo. What are you doing? It's waist training. It's just because this thing has been manufactured and it has been modified. The quality is high and it has been modified so that it can be able to last long. Lakini hakuna tofauti ya hii na leso. It's because this works better because it's strong. Yes. Yeah. So the other thing is, once you get your corset, please follow the rules. We have given rules so that you don't end up spoiling your trainer. And the other thing would be, don't tie the laces at the front. The laces at the back, don't tie them at the front, because if you do that, you tend to cause friction. Okay? And then when you get this piece, it's always very stiff. Very stiff kwa sababu ni chuma. We have a schedule. We give you a schedule for 21 days. You start with 2 hours. You progress to 2 hours and a half. You progress to 3 hours. So you break into the corset. The corset now adjusts and takes the shape of your body. That's what I was saying earlier. Once it has formed to your body, like now if I give you a trainer, no one else can train with it, because it will
like
follow.
I can't, in as much as we are almost the same size, I can't use hers.
Because it now knows her curves and, you know, all that. Yes.
Okay. I'll come back to you to tell me about what I'm about to ask them, about the reactions that people, your friends, people who knew you before, what are they saying about your new self? Let me start with you, Angel.
Well, like for me, when I started, actually my family was against it. Even my husband.
What were they saying?
Why are you doing this? How is it going to help you? And the misconception that people have about the steel-bond corsets. But I took an initiative and did my own research. And I made a decision that there's nothing wrong with trying anyway. And Nzula has done hers, I think, for close to 2 years. So we started right about almost the same time, because mine is 1 year. And I was watching her progress through her pictures, her before and afters. And I was like, let me just do this.
Try.
Yeah, let me try. And also with the research I did, there's nothing really wrong with waist training. It doesn't alter anything inside your body. The only thing it does is it aligns. If anything, actually it aligns. When you're pregnant, your organs inside are more displaced than when you're using a corset. So the misconception people have that your organs will be
squashed.
Like it rearranges your intestines or anything inside.
And you know that the thing that people should know is, if done correctly, if you follow the rules that are given, you'll be okay.
Okay. What about you, Dorcas? No, you haven't told me what they are saying now, Angel.
Oh, what they're saying? Well, they're really happy. They like. I like what I see. A year ago, I wouldn't put on this kind of dress. That was form-fitting for me, because, of course, I had the big belly. But now, without the corset, I'm quite confident.
And it's a journey. You're still.
Yeah, it's a journey.
Still have a goal.
Yes, and I intend to get another after this.
Okay. And your husband is appreciating?
Oh, yeah, he is.
Actually, they're the first ones to notice.
Yes,
they're the first ones to notice.
Dorcas, tell me about your own experience. Are people now saying something different about what they used to say about you?
In mine, people even can say. Some say that I've done even liposuction, especially when I wear it inside. my waist is like this.
Yeah.
So when I post pictures, some say, what did you do to your body? I tell them the corsette is the one I'm wearing.
Just hold this close to you. Yeah.
So when I tell them like that, they're saying, no, those it has side effects. So I have to explain to them.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have side effects. In fact, when I'm in it, I'm more comfortable than when I remove it. Yeah.
Okay. It's like you're so used to
I'm
it.
so used to it.
All right. Nzula,
Yes.
Wewe naye you pokea so many comments. What are people saying about you?
People say everything. You get hate, you get love.
Eh.
But I usually tell people, do your research. Just go and Google. Google is there for you. If you need to consult a doctor, go and consult one. In our group, we have doctors, waist training. We have nurses, waist training. We have medical practitioners, waist training. And actually, some of my clients, when they have, they're like, I'm not sure, do I go for it? I usually tell them, if you're not sure, please go and seek medical, a medic's advice, because I'm not a medic. And then when they're okay, when they give you a go-ahead, come back and, invest. Because it's not a cheap product. Again, you wouldn't want to buy a product and hang it in the closet and not use it. So people say everything, but let me tell you, I have seen transformation in my body. Oui. I had a very nice body before I got kids. And then now after kids, everything changed. You work out, you do this, but now my body is going back to shape. Yeah.
Do heads turn when you pass?
Oh.
Being a media personality, how do you deal with that kind of attention?
I think maybe people don't know my face very much because I'm behind the mic.
Yes.
Maybe now they do because of KBC. But people ask me, like, I remember I went to Mombasa and I was in a mall and I met two ladies. I actually think both of them have bought the trainer. And they were like, Nzula, is it real? And it was not on. I actually post my photos in the group when it's not on. Sure. So it's not just about having it under. I actually post the photos of my body without it on. And the difference is crystal clear. If you go back to my pictures and look at me, oui.
The
transformation is just amazing. Okay. And like I was saying, the first people to notice the difference are actually our men, because they tell you, okay, it happens. Okay.
Yeah. So what your waist inch in terms of inches? You're the expert in this. I don't know, what's the
So far, I have lost 9.
9.
That's what I was saying. It's a give and take, 30, 29, because sometimes when I'm full or bloated, it goes up to 30. But when it's not on, it's 29.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Tell us a bit about the pickup in Kenya in terms of the awareness, whether people know. How would you rate us? Is there information about
I think now where people are getting aware, because, for some people it's a business. You come to me, I have a shop. When I take a trainer, take this, take that. But for me, it's a passion, because when I actually started talking about it on radio and telling other women, do you know there's this thing I have found and it's magic. I wasn't selling, I was just a client also.
Okay.
So I started talking about my journey way before I invested in the business. And people were not aware. Some people would tell me, hiyo ni nini umefunga, you look fake. But they don't know that over time, you actually look when you wear the trainer and after you train, you'll actually look that way once you've trained. And then what I did with my life changed, of what I had been doing with my life changed. Like I used to indulge in wheat products. I cut down. Unajua Waswahili jamani wa pwani, mahamri, katlesi, sijui viazi karai. And I was like, if I'm working so hard to change my body and to lose, because belly fat is dangerous. Yeah, research says it's better for you to have fat in your thighs and in your bottom instead of having it in your midsection. So I was like, if I'm working so hard to change my body and look good, why would I eat mahamri tano? Even if I eat mahamri, nile tu mara moja. Once in a while. So you actually change. You change.
Okay.
And I have seen amazing results.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you also, Angel, have you made adjustments in your diet as well?
Oh yes, like she said, if you are eating for two when you're in the waist trainer, automatically you get full on a smaller portion. And like she also said, when it's inside, the waist is tinier. So it gives you the motivation to cut down on the eating and start trying to be healthy. Yeah, so basically for me, that's why I've lost weight.
She has lost weight.
She
Baby.
has.
I remember when she was picking her train, I wish we had taken photos that day.
Yeah.
She was in a jeans.
And I was in jeans,
Yes.
denim.
Yes, and denim. Because she was trying to hide.
Yeah.
But now she has lost weight, imagine.
And many people do that. Like,
Yeah.
let's hide the belly fat. You
Yes.
dress to hide
Yes.
whatever. So you can actually get rid of it.
Yeah, I was doing a lot of layering, you know?
Yeah.
Like you put on a blouse, you put on a jacket, and then you
t-shirt,
put
a
on...
jeans and a
Yeah,
t-shirt.
yeah, but now
You can
just
dress
dress
the way you want.
in my stockings and I'm okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Do you say you're a business lady?
Yes.
Do you go with it? Have you ever gone with it to work?
Oh yes,
You
of
do?
course.
Okay.
It's quite in fact, right now I'm even more comfortable, even
Than
my
you were
posture, like you can see. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, because like I do business. I'm always online.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
because I have an online shop. So I'm always online and I want to be comfortable when I'm on the chair using the computer. So it's really helped me.
Okay,
Definitely
wow,
it has.
You have really opened our eyes on this issue, waist training. We really wanted to learn a lot about it and get started for some people who want to get started. I don't know if I should. Do I have, anything to cut, or I'm okay?
No, it's about how you feel.
It's for everybody.
It's for everyone.
It's
like,
for everybody.
Even men train. But I usually tell, like, someone inboxed me and they were asking me, can my daughter train? And I asked her, how old is your daughter? And she was telling me she's underage. I told her, this is an individual's decision.
Yeah, it's true.
You as a grown-up, you make that decision. And people assume, oh, when you start waist training, you cannot have kids. Let me tell you, the side effect of waist training is having those kids. Because you become too hot to handle. We have so many clients who are now pregnant.
Yeah, okay,
Because
after using it.
yeah, you have confidence in your body.
But a pregnant woman cannot.
No, you can't.
You can't.
Actually, once you discover that you're expectant,
You stop
we
using.
expect you to stop using immediately.
Okay.
Hang your trainer. It's an investment. This is an investment. It can last you even over 5 years.
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere.
Oh, but what if your body changes? Like if you grow bigger?
Yes.
Like for
Expectant,
you stop
we
using.
expect you to stop using immediately.
Okay.
Hang your trainer. It's an investment. This is an investment. It can last you even over 5 years.
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere.
Oh, but what if your body changes? Like if you grow bigger?
Yes.
Like for her, if she's using this one,
Yes.
eventually if she has, children and she grows bigger,
When
can she
when
still
she
use
grows
this one?
bigger, she might most probably go back to her former size.
Uh-huh.
So the laces at the back expand.
Oh, okay.
So all you need
So
to
this
do,
can serve her for
yeah, it
some
can serve
time.
her.
Ah, okay.
What you need to do is just hang your trainer properly with a hanger in the closet, have your baby, nurse your baby, get back to your feet, and then go back to waist training. Yeah,
Okay. How many pairs, or just one is enough?
one is enough.
One is enough.
One is enough, not unless if you want it to be like a collection or you have achieved your goals. Because like for her trainer is a 28 short. It will take her waist, by the time it closes and by the time her tummy has disappeared, her waist will be around 30. So
30,
if she wants to maintain, she can train with that. If she wants to go smaller, she can now get a smaller piece after sending in her new measurements. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. I want us in the few minutes remaining to give us your final words,
Okay.
and then we get to appreciate the waists that we have in studio this morning as we bring this conversation to a close.
Yeah.
Let me start with you, Angel. Tell me, what's your final word to my viewers as we conclude?
Okay, my final word is I would advise any woman out there who has, maybe you have a complex because of your tummy, you've given birth, or you haven't given birth. just
This
like
is your
the
country.
others. You can definitely try the waist trainer. There's nothing wrong with it completely. And yeah, the journey has been awesome for me. I mean, nowadays I even do jumpsuits. something that is considered for the petite women. I do jumpsuits, so yeah, it's amazing. Now I can slay all I want. Yeah, so
I
give
like
it a
that.
try.
You can slay all you want.
Yeah.
Nzula, your final words.
I remember I couldn't put on a two-piece when I'm going to the beach. Jamani, tukienda Mombasa, jamani, unavaa dera. Maana una kitambi. But now I can wear a two-piece. And I'm looking at my waist and I'm like, oh yeah, this is my new body. I love it. And you know, your body is the temple of God.
Yes.
So why not treat it right? Eat right, work out if you need to. And you know, just be you.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Dorcas?
I think I've obtained my objective. I'll still wear it and wear it and wear it until I'll acquire another one for the WASPI.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, ladies. We're looking forward to doing this again and seeing your journey and your progress, because I'm sure you're still journeying on. And thank you so much for watching. I know wherever you are, you really also appreciate it. In one way or another, as ladies, this is an issue that touches almost every one of us. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you for learning. In case of any comments on social media, we are open. And Nzula also on social media, she's open. So continue having that conversation with us. So now, as we bring this to a close, why don't we, get to celebrate
The waist?
the waist that we have in studio. Yangu msionyeshe because I don't have one.
Iko sawa.
Yes, thank you so much, ladies, for coming.
Thank you for
we really
hosting us.
appreciate you. Thank you for creating time, and thank you for watching wherever you are. We really appreciate you as well. We do this every Wednesday right here on our lifestyle segment, as we get to talk about several issues that touch on how we look, how we live, and how we want to be better people. So today it was all about waist training. Next week it could be another issue that touches you again, so why don't you stand by for that? We meet tomorrow again bright and early for Entertainment Thursday, and it is going to be a way that you will not like to miss. It's what a way to start your weekend. Stay with us. I promise you, Brenda Zeda and Samuel Jeroge will be here to help us start our weekend in style tomorrow. For now, it's a wrap. Have a lovely day.